I replaced my grandmother's famous apple pie recipe with store-bought filling at her 90th birthday party and watched 3 generations of my family lose their minds over how incredible it tasted. Everyone kept asking what made it so special this year. My cousins were literally fighting over seconds. My aunt demanded the secret ingredient. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there knowing I just dumped 2 cans of generic apple filling into her handmade crust because I was too hungover to peel actual apples. The worst part was watching my grandmother beam with pride as people called it her masterpiece. She kept saying she must have finally perfected the recipe after 70 years of making it. My mom started crying because it reminded her of childhood. My uncle asked if she'd teach his wife the technique. I wanted to confess so badly, but then my grandmother pulled me aside and whispered that she'd been using store-bought filling for the last 5 years because her arthritis made peeling apples impossible. She said she was terrified someone would notice and think less of her legacy. We just stared at each other for a moment before bursting into laughter. Turns out half the family had been faking their cooking skills for years. My cousin's famous lasagna was frozen Stauffer's. My aunt's legendary cookies came from the bakery section. The whole family mythology we'd built around these recipes was completely fabricated, but somehow that made the moment even more beautiful. We weren't celebrating the food, we were celebrating the love behind the lie. Now every family gathering feels like we're all in on this beautiful conspiracy where the real recipe is just caring enough to show up.